Trust me, I tried transferring. Doesn't seem like any other schools want to accept a perceived health risk. But I've got a clearance from my doctor, Coach. I'm ready to play.
What do you think?
It's only right you take his spot back. I was just keeping it warm for you.
One of the loudest venues in the NFL on Sundays looks to be no different on a Friday night. We've got a packed house for the Midwest Prep Showcase. Soon, two of the best high school football teams in the nation will collide here at Arrowhead Stadium when the Hawks take on the Bulldogs.
Wait, it's your...
Yeah, rapper, producer, entrepreneur, Snoop D-O double G. Please believe it, that's me. But hold up. Ain't you one half of them Heartbreak Boys?
I'm a huge fan of yours.
Nah, man, I'm a fan of yours. Check this out. If the coach and half the stadium knew what I was about to say, they try to run me out of this town, man. But let me tell you this. I've been following y'all's story for quite some time. And I'm pulling for y'all tonight.
Wow. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
For sure, my brother. Now get out there and go do your thing.
Snoop, you know Tommy Matthews?
Well, the crowd is loud and on its feet as Ricky Sutherland gets things started. Taken at the 4. And that's a solid effort on the return as the offense heads onto the field. So in this matchup of top-ranked quarterbacks, it's QB2 with a chance to strike first on this opening drive. He makes the delivery. First down, Bulldogs. Get ready! Get ready! So get this. Earlier today, I was speaking with Hawks coach Kevin Robbins, and in typical fashion, he did not hold back about today's matchup. He proclaimed his D would be so good against QB2, they'd end up putting Tommy Matthews back at quarterback. Bold words. Boy, a brisk pace to this drive as they look to keep up the momentum. That's complete to a wide-open receiver. It's a touchdown! And that's the kind of play we've come to expect. And that'll make our score 7-0. You know, I can't help but think back to what Coach Robbins told me before the game, how his defense was going to shut down QB2. Hadn't exactly happened, right? And I'd be very interested in hearing his thoughts right about now. So for the first time in this showcase, we'll get a good look at quarterback Braxton Knight and this dynamic Hawks offense. A high throw, but he makes the catch. A 25-yard gain and a big-time play. One running back look with 3 tight ends on the field. First carry of the day for Grove, and they bring him down after a short pickup. All these kids so thrilled when they found out. Out of the gun on third. goes left. It's complete. And he's tackled at the 46-yard line. A 25-yard gain and a first down and much, much more. Working out of the pistol. Looking to pass on first down. Right side of the field, it's complete. And he's brought down at the 44. Apparently, the kids on the field weren't the only ones thrilled about this game being at Arrowhead. We've got an incredible turnout for one of the most hyped matchups of this season. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! To throw on fourth. Left side of the field, it's complete. And there's a big gain before he's out of bounds. Lined up in the pistol. From the gun, it's QB2. He's got a man wide open. And he's tackled at the 16. A 28-yard gain. And now in striking distance. Now another 1st and 10, and even more of a threat to score now. Now from the red zone, it's QB2.
Oh, that's the way to run it.
Is caught, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. QB2. The Bulldogs in control. And when we return, even more of this clash between two top teams. He says, get up off me. And he's down at the 45-yard line. Working now from the far side of the logo. Looking downfield. Here's QB2. Oh, change of plans. He tucks the ball. He's got it past the marker. A 25-yard gain and a spectacular run by QB2 in the red zone, looking to throw. And the ball pops free as the defender timed that hit perfectly. Still 10 yards to go after that incompletion on first. Surveys the field. Wait, maybe not. And QB2 is brought down for the sack. Tried to use his feet, but could not avoid the takedown. Boy, they've shown no fear on 3rd down all game long. A great conversion rate. Can they do it again here? They'll try for 3 from long distance. Myers drills it. And they extend their lead. The on 1st down, back to pass. There goes that man again with another catch. 20, 10, touchdown! A show-stopping score from beyond midfield. And that will do it. The Bulldogs win the showcase. On behalf of everyone at EA Sports, I'm Kevin Connors, signing off.
This question is for both of you. What trait do you think will give you the edge at the next level?
I think my ability to quickly find the open receiver is what really sets me apart.
I mean, it must have been a little easier with me out there, right? When you snap the ball, you throw it to Tommy, rinse and repeat. But seriously, though, the past 2 years have really put things into perspective for me, and thanks to this guy, I'm just fortunate enough to have the opportunity to go to college and further my football career.
Wow, okay, gang. I think that puts us in a great place to go ahead and find out where these two are going. All right, gents, who wants to go first?
I want you to have the honors. It's the least I could do for all you've done for me.
All right.
Oh, wow, man.
More details rolling in, everybody. On today's crazy news, Coach Miller is stepping down from his illustrious college coaching career, and in his place, the school is promoting hotshot defensive coordinator Red O'Brien. Now, Coach O'Brien has been all the rage for quite some time, sitting at the top of a ton of schools' shortlists for head coaching gigs, but it sure looks like he's just going to stay put and take over the entire program. But what I really want to know is what it's going to mean for everyone's favorite dynamic duo, the Heartbreak Kids.
I know you've both been sitting patiently for the past 2 years, waiting for your shot, so I made a decision. Neither one of you will be starting.
What do you mean? We've done everything that you asked of us.
EA Sports coverage of college football takes us to Miami, Florida, and Hard Rock Stadium for the 2019 Kickoff Classic and an early season matchup of powerhouses. It's the home state Florida Gators taking on the Clemson Tigers. It is time for the Kickoff Classic and a new season of college football underway on EA Sports. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Gators take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Gators now with a first and 10. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Now Ellington. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Second and 6. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Well, that student section wasn't alive. They are alive and well now. That chunk play woke them up. It is starting to get really, really loud in here as this offense is on the move here in the first quarter. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 18 on the play.
That's another Clemson.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And Clemson has taken the early lead. Well, Coach O'Brien, he could not have asked for a better start for this offense, getting a score on their opening possession. I guess maybe that justifies the call he made with which quarterback to start.
I'm just wondering, from everything we heard this offseason, what do you think, Bobby? Did he flip a coin about who would start at quarterback, or did he really evaluate that in the preseason? But look, that first drive,
2nd and 4. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown. First down. He'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Eluding the pressure right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And Clemson. Back to throw. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Today's final score, Tigers 31, Gators 24.
So things got off to a solid start. But after several weeks,
Some huge
Wake up.
news to get to, and none more
What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster, and boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his 2-quarterback system is matchup based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I got to tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only going to lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what? Come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
Look, I get you're upset, but we're in this together.
No, we're not. I'm just gonna leave.
AT&T Stadium on this beautiful Saturday in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The top travel destination this week for alumni of these two storied football powerhouses. And the site of the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups. As we'll see the Texas Longhorns taking on the Clemson Tigers. To play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara. We are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's a 1st and 10, Texas. They start the drive with Martin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Carrier. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
The 49-yard line.
It'll be Warner on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Warner's pass.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell in. Complete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Warner. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Warner's pass. Intended.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Warner from the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And able to find Green. And he He's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be. Goodwin. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, Martin working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Martin, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they're able to stop them short of the first down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. They will let him throw here on the very first play. He completes this into the hands of Miller. He's at the 40, the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. Big play there. 76 yards. And Clemson has taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Longhorns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A play fake. Now Warner. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Warner to throw. They set up the screen to Martin. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The punter for Texas out on the field as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 22. Stays on his feet. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives.
And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. Big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. Well, we discussed how important it was going to be for this quarterback to get off to a hot start. Well, he has done that. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. They're down 15-0 here already, needing to jumpstart this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Martin. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 6.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Ward. And it is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
This will be fielded at the 17. Oh, what a move. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
1st and 10.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Pick up there, 26 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for number 50.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and he will score. Touchdown Clemson. Jay on right side, 39 yards. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 3rd down, Warner. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The punter for Texas out on the field as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He's going to field this at the 4. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Forced to the ground.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Opening, and there he goes. Past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. What a game that he has had throwing the football now. 4 touchdown passes. This offense playing at a very high level. I'll tell you what, he's going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 2nd down now, it's Pierce. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run here with Pierce. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Young. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, Warner. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Second and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Warner. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Walker. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Warner. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
They'll take a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss out.
They're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Warner. And pressure gets to him again. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
And it's 4th down.
The Longhorns field goal unit, they're out there now. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They're all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Clemson fans right now saying Tommy who, because it has been all Tigers here as we reach halftime at Arlington.
Longhorns, nothing.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. This will make it into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certainly been a disaster, nothing short of it. But this young man under center, he has certainly risen to the occasion.
He certainly has.
And now off to the races. On the right side. This is really something for a guy who's been rotated in and out of this offense. Heck, the last two games being his only back-to-back starts, he has come through with 5 touchdown strikes in this semifinal. And still, you got to think there's going to be talk about Tommy Matthews. So get ready for all those sports radio debates all the way until kickoff of the national championship game. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Slater on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll give to Martin here out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Pierce. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Pierce, the ball carrier.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, Warner. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
To throw on 3rd down. Warner under pressure again, and down he goes again. So they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
The punter for Texas out on the field. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Still 1st down. Game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On the right side, this is Miller. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. Big play there. 85 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. I don't know what else to say at this point. Just an unbelievable performance. 6 touchdown passes. And you think about this, guys, we said rotated in and out of the lineup all all season, but right now, he looks as if he's had a zillion starts out there. He has been on point all game long. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Martin. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Play action. It's Warner. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
1st down. Here's the run with Martin. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the carry, this is Pierce. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Martin. This time as he's taken down right around the 26.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
They're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
Longhorns, nothing.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Warner. He finds his target, Fuller. And down inside the 15 he goes.
That's good.
11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. From the gun, Warner. And he's going to go down again.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
Set them back 5. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Simpson. 30, 20, and he will score. Touchdown Clemson. Donnie Simpson, 82 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, folks, this is just getting ridiculous now. 7 touchdown passes. He is no doubt making up for lost time, putting an entire year of stats essentially into one football game. And by the way, those 7 touchdown passes, a college football playoff record.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. The conversion, and no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the... And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. 16-yard touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do. Play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second and 11 now. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Martin. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, Warner. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Martin. And he's going to get this
gets inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
First down there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Warner. Trying to improvise. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Warner.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain. Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Makes the score.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame him for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame him one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Clemson takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he knocks the ball away and throws incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Going deep for Walker. And this will be caught at the 30. And they rattle off a big one. And even 40 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
So Clemson gets the field goal, and now they're set to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Back to the air on 2nd down. Warner. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Throwing on 3rd and long. Warner, Green with a catch left side. The 20, 10, and he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. A big play there. 72 yards. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes